welcome to Awakening Breath YouTube channel. We're excited here today to talk to Maryliana, who is the owner and operator of Awakening Breath at awakeningbreath.com. And I'm going to read a little bit about Maryliana, a little introduction. Her mission is to empower individuals to recognize the love within themselves as the most powerful force for transformation, and thus recognizing their own natural ability to transform and heal their hearts and themselves. Maryliana, thanks for taking time today to talk with me a little bit about breathwork.
Thank you for having me and helping me to just let the people know what I do.
Yeah, this will be great because I think more people need to understand the beauty that you do and how you help so many people. And so the first thing that's really important, I guess, is to better understand what is breathwork and why is it so important today to understand what breathwork can do for you.
Yes. Well, first I want to, explain that there are many kind of breath work. Like we have these many ways to do breath work. For example, when we are in a yoga class, and so many yoga class work with the breath, and we have so many pranayamas, and we practicing these pranayamas to open our heart and help us to relax. And there are many ways to work with our breath. But the breath work that I do is very, we can call it like conscious breath work. And also we can call it energy breath work. And this kind of breath work is very particular because it helps us to open a different state of consciousness. With our breath, this is a natural way to induce us to open a different state of consciousness. What that means? That means that when we open another different state of consciousness, perhaps we become aware of what are those thoughts that we are having. They are limiting our life. And also, we become aware of see how we are creating our life and how we are putting all these thoughts to work and benefit for us or no, right? So also breathwork help us to calm our critical mind. So, like many times we are in our mind just running that program over and over. And when we do this kind of breath work, our mind go to one side and it calms down and open the opportunity to connect us directly from to our heart, right? So it's not the mind, the critical mind talking, is now our own heart telling us and helping us to see all those things that we need to, pay attention or change or, just like become aware of those things,
Yeah,
right?
so, as somebody who's done breathwork with you, I just wanted to add into that it's kind of in between a meditative sort of state. It's not hyperventilating or breathing in a strange way, but it is a method of breathing that allows you to really get in touch with your emotions and your body and things that are going on inside of you. So I think that's really the unique part of breath work. It's a method of meditation through breathing that allows you to, like you said, get to that other conscious level.
Yeah.
Session.
Yeah, it's exactly like we're gonna keep breathing in certain way, and it's a different than our natural or organic way to breathe. And so we're gonna just focus our attention in that kind of breath that we call it circular and connected. And because we are focusing that breath for a long time, we keep breathing probably 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Of course, at some point we just get to a very deep state of meditation, and that deep state of meditation is the state that help us to calm our mind and be able to connect with our heart. And some people call it like energy breath work. And it's because also when we're doing this kind of breath work, all the energy in our body is moving. So it gets off the opportunity also to unblock any stagnant energy that can be there in our body, and unblock also uh, like the emotions, so help us to release any emotions that usually, sometimes we keep like blocking our emotions, especially the sadness, or the angry, the emotions that we think as a society that they are bad emotions. So they help us to bring emotions out and release all the energy.
And so, why during this time of life, in the COVID days that we're in right now, and other things going on in the world, why is now, do you feel, a really good time to experience breathwork for folks?
Yeah, that is a very, very good question, because, first, because breathwork is going to connect us with our heart, and it's going to calm our mind. With all these things going on in the world, we are very easy go to a stressful, situation where our mind is usually just overthinking. So it helps us to calm the mind, help us to connect with our heart and see what is the essential right now. Like see what's happening right now in the present moment. Not thinking about the future or the past, just connecting with right now. And also, it is very important from my point of view, because when we do this breath work and we become calm and serene and connecting with our heart, we elevate our state of vibration. The frequency of vibration that we elevate this frequency, and understanding that we are part of the whole. When we elevate our frequencies of vibration, we also are elevating the frequency of vibration in the world. So it's in my personal opinion, is what we should be doing now. Try to do this as better as we can, to be in calm, to be in joy, to be happy even when there are difficult times, because that's the only way that we can help the world, right? If we are worried, we are not giving any good energy to the world. So this is a very good to help ourselves.
Great, great. And then I noticed also you use the word sacred a lot with breath work. Help everybody understand what you mean by sacred breath work.
Yeah, I decide to call it sacred breath work, because in reality it's a sacred moment, right? And it's always, I know that always for me have been very spiritual breath work, and I call it spiritual because it connect us with our heart and our love. But lately, I have been walking the red road since 7 years ago, and I just want to, be sure that you understand what it means. That, to walk the red road is to walk the path of balance and harmony, the path of the heart, the path of love. And any person with any race, any religion, any age can walk the red road. It's not a religion. It's just a way to walk this life, respecting all the beings, life beings, and perhaps also considering the values of humility, um, compassion, respect, generosity. Um, and another thing that I want to say about that is it's also a big responsibility when you decide to walk in this path. You have the responsibility to stand strong in behalf of the all beings in the planet, and you have also the responsibility to help the planet to become a sacred home for whole humanity and all beings. So since I walk in this red path, and and I know that we are so much connecting with, the invisible, all those things that we are not seeing but that they are there. So I call it sacred breathwork because I'm working with the ancestors, and I am working with the spirit world every time that I'm having a session, and I can feel and I can recognize that we all are being holding by the spirit world when we are working in ourselves. The spirit world, they want us to work in ourselves, because when we heal, our ancestors are healing and they want to heal with us. So I call it sacred because in reality is involved all the uh, spirit world working with us and healing with us. With us, yeah.
So you kind of add in that ceremonial beginning where we're probably recognizing the four directions and bringing in, like you said, all the ancestral red path, I guess, walking items that you've learned over the years to add that ceremony aspect to all that you do, right? Breathwork, sacred sexuality, and a number of other things. Cool.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, you're right. Like, I will make a ceremony every time and every session, and I will call the four directions and call our ancestors to the space and make a sacred space before start any session, and for sure working, respecting, and being always grateful for our ancestors that are constantly helping us. Yes.
Awesome. Well, and then one other thing that I've noticed on your website that people might be thinking about is you mentioned about love being the most powerful item within each of us for personal transformation. Do you want to just give a little bit more depth to that and how our internal love helps everybody?
Thank you. Yeah, well, how I say, right, this when we walk this path, we walk the path of the heart, the path of love, because love is the most powerful energy, and love transforms everything. And when we are connecting with our heart and our love, we are also connecting with the ancient wisdom of nature, Mother Earth, the ancient wisdom of our ancestors. It's like being in the heart is being connected with the whole. Separate off from this mind that is busy, and just being our heart is recognize that we are all connected. And yeah, and not just that, I think that I also helping sometimes people to understand that love and order is important, right? Because sometimes love is too big, and I feel all this love in my heart. What happened? But then we also need to become aware how we are using this love, and be sure that we have this love in order, respecting the orders of um, our position in life, right? I cannot love my daughter so much and let my daughter to be the one giving me orders, or be my daughter in the position of almost being the mom, right? So love with order, I would say that is the most powerful um, energy in the world. It can transform everything.
Awesome. Well, I just wanted to reiterate that Maryliana is starting a podcast. So I'll be looking for Awakening Breath podcast coming soon. And of course, this is posted on the Awakening Breath YouTube channel. And I believe that she's going to be doing a series on relationships. So I'll be looking for that cool YouTube channel video series on relationships. It'll help a lot of folks out there as they get to know their spouse or significant other even better during these COVID times. All right, well, Maryliana, thank you again for your contribution here today, and I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you and the beautiful way that you do your videos and your work.
Well, thank you. All right, everybody, www.awakeningbreath.com if you want to get a hold of Maryliana, and any comments, she'd love to hear from you. Her email is posted there, so please feel free to reach out and email her. Thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.